Welcome to Lost in Space Members Tier List version 5. So the first one of these I did in 2020. I think it was in September. It's 6.5 years later, and I'm still doing this. I skipped a year, but we're gonna continue with it. I know. I am so excited. I said I wasn't going to re-chat, but this one is live, so it should be a lot more fun for all of us. And probably it will also be a lot longer is what I'm anticipating. I think I'm anticipating it going maybe 2.5 hours long, potentially as long as 3 hours. So, first of all, I'd like to shout out Unlimited, who is on the tier list. I don't know if he was in the guild or active last time I did the tier list. I think he was, but the tier list before that, maybe he wasn't. Where is he? Unlimited. Here he is. He put together these images for me. So he saved me like probably an hour of work doing this, because before I would have to go through all the guild members. It was a pain in the ass. So I didn't have to do that this time. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to go through the tiers and then get started, and probably there will be much arguing. One thing I'll say is there are 5 lucky people who got on the tier list who are not currently in the guild. The 5 people are indicated by the different backgrounds. So 1200 DPS, who was, I forget who really wanted DPS in the tier list. Byrules, Doflo, rest in peace. LHX7, also rest in peace, and Ode the King. So these 5 are not currently in the guild, but they responded to a poll I put up for the Invisible Guild members. And because they responded and are relevant enough, I put them there. There were other people, but I didn't include them because some of them hadn't been in the guild for years, aren't very active, not super, it's just like, why am I going to add Worthy when he hasn't been in the guild? Sorry to shout out Worthy. Or talk shit on Worthy, but, he hasn't been in the guild for like 4 years or something. I'm not going to put him on the Invis tier list just yet. So anyway, despite the fact he's very active, very pro. So, the tiers. We'll go over them very quickly. I've gone over them in every video that I've done. So if you've watched any of the previous ones, you may have an idea. Ultimately, it's all arbitrary. In the first one, I said don't argue with me. But in this one, I will say, if you're here live, you get to argue with me a little bit. But I probably still won't change anything. So the highest tier is GOAT tier, greatest of all time. That's for people like me. I'm going in GOAT tier for sure, because I'm the GOAT. But other examples of what might get you put in GOAT tier are being, like, having some big achievement, or if you're really active, not just being active in the guild, but, like, doing good for the guild. You might get put in GOAT tier. There's a lot of things. Listen, I put myself in SS tier the first couple tier lists. And then I said, you know what? I deserve it. And I put myself in GOAT tier. There might be some bias. It's true. But I'll explain the reasons for GOAT tier. SS tier is like, pretty much very standard. Everything, D is like, maybe slightly negative, but still not too negative. I don't think... Listen, I'm Saf. I could kick people if I didn't like them, so I would. There's SS, S, A, B, C, D. I don't think that needs that much explanation. I'll explain for every single person why they're in the tier they're in. Whether you think it's valid, that's a different conversation. Who tier is if I don't know who you are. Usually, it's the people who join the guild and then G toggle. Bunch of people in who tier. And then Rat and Mega Rat tier, you can get put in these tiers for a variety of reasons. Primarily is for the funny. But there are other reasons, like if you maybe cheat a lot, you'll probably get put in rat or mega rat, for example. So I think with that we can start with Oreo. He'll be because his name starts with a 0. He's gamed the system, so his name always starts first on the tier list, basically. So Oreo is an Iron Man gamer, very inactive recently, but I know exactly who he is. He's pro into mining. But because of his inactivity, I'm going to put him into C tier. Next up, 1200 DPS. A fan favorite. Everyone loves DPS. He probably, because I think it's funny, I've polled him many, many times for Invisible Guild member. True. You guys don't know Oreo? He's been in the guild for a while. Here, I have Skyblock here. I can basically keep it open for guild command reasons. Guild log. Oh, to DPS? Yeah. Alright, well, whatever. So, I think... So, you guys want to put DPS in who tier? I was thinking, you know, he's probably deserves Mega Rat tier. Just because of the goofiness. Behind DPS. 12 diamonds per session. True, true, true. You all understand. Yes, hello, Lily. Unlisted. I'm going to put DPS and Mega Rats here. And I didn't mention this before, but for the most part, if you're an invisible guild member, I'm going to rank you lower than an actual guild member. Because you're not in the guild. Sorry. Just how it goes. Next up, Ali HX. So, Ali HX... Let me check out his Skyblock level. So I didn't do... In past tier lists, I've done, like, reconnaissance. And checked out every guild member and made sure that I knew who they were. The first few I didn't. I wasn't so on top of things. So Ali HX is one of our highest level guild members. Is he trusted? I'm not... Or... What's his rank? Wait, oops. Ali is just a normal guild member. He's been in the guild for 2 years, actually, already. That's crazy. But he's very high level and pretty active generally. So I am going to put Ali HX solidly in A tier. Because Ali starts with A. He's carrying our guild average, also, our average Skyblock level. Anana's Bush. I don't know what exactly that means, but this guy, I don't know if I've seen him talk. Let me look it up in guild chat and see. Anana's Bush. So, he's actually active, like he plays, he just doesn't talk. He is an example. Okay, so last time he talked, okay. He talks a little bit. Wait, he got a die? The last time he got a Cyclamen die last time he talked. In what the fuck? The last time he talked in guild chat, he had just dropped a Cyclamen die. That's aura. That and hype moments as well. So I'll after further review, I'll put him in B tier. L leader doesn't know about the members. Listen. There's 115 of them. Ooh, C for Cyclamen? Actually true. Compelling argument. Let's put him above Oreo since he actually plays. An animal. Okay, an animal is... Oh, wait. Why does it say -5 ret? Definitely did not mean to do that. I guess my mouse buttons. An animal is pretty inactive as well. I'm going to put the animal in... See, he's so inactive. I almost think I should have a tier for inactive. But I will not do that, I think. I'll try and honestly, A for an animal. I did think about that. I think I've done that in the past. But, oh, 7C. Yeah, let me fix that. Thank you. I'm actually going to put an animal into B tier. Actually, let me see how if his skyblock level is, if he's throwing our average. 434. So he's pretty much totally inactive. So I'm going to put him into C tier. Actually, D tier. Unfortunately, right now. Just inactive plus throwing our skyblock level average. Come on, man. Like, you can't get super high tier. Rat tier? Maybe. Atomic gold block. Yes, he's in chat. So this is where it gets contested, potentially. Let's see the last time you've talked in guild chat, because I don't think I've seen you on recently. In fact, you might even be... Okay, you joined literally today. Never mind. So you talk from time to time in chat. Okay. So just solid guild member. Not, like, the most talkative, but that's fine. So I will put you in B tier. I think that's pretty reasonable. And let me just check your level. If you're really high level, you get a bonus, like maybe an extra tier or something. Level 500, honestly, pretty good. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people in Rat and Mega Rat. Here, you want me to show you someone who's going into Rat tier? Well, actually, I want to do things in order, so it's easy for people to go alphabetically. But yeah, actually, Atomic, you're on the border between A and B, I would say. I'll leave you in B for now and see where it goes. Thank you, Daniel. Speaking of Rat, the badge is OP. +1 tier for the sub. Ooh, compelling. I don't even know what his IGN is. Is that Daniel Nerd? Daniel Drew? Okay. I mean, honestly, you were probably going to get pretty high rank. Well, you are throwing the level. Hello, Jeff. My name, Jeff. I know every single one of my guild members. Maybe not super well, but I know them all. Orified. Okay, Orified, long time member. Who the fuck is pinging me? Alright, bro. Orified, I don't know if he's been active recently. Wait. There we go. Wait, what is it? Oh, okay. I just kept misspelling it. I was like, why is nothing coming up? Alright. Yeah, a little bit inactive, but he's never been the most talkative. I believe his skyblock level's decent. Since I literally spell his name wrong every single time I try and spell it. And for that reason, despite a decent skyblock level, I have to put him into C tier because his name is hard to spell. Because I'm illiterate. No. Yeah, he's actually solid guild member. I guess maybe on similar level to Atomic Gold Block. Atomic Gold Block talks a little bit more. So, but I think B is decent. Like, this is a good spot for people whose level is decent, but maybe they aren't the most active. Alright, Blight. Check quotes channel for Buttman21. Alright. I guess I will. Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I've seen that before. Certainly. Can I zoom in on my screen? Yes, I can. Is this an appropriate amount of zoom? Hopefully it's somewhat legible for everyone. The I'm a Toodle guy in Mega Rat? Ooh, compelling argument. I know we'll get to the new group of people who joined recently. I guess starting with Buttman in a second. But I'm sure that among you guys, depending on where you get placed, there's going to be, like, a lot of a lot of argument and yelling and screaming, things of that nature. All right, but now we're looking at Blight. All in Rat? No, I'm not going to do that. They're actually going to get ranked pretty well as a whole. Okay, so Blight is level 490. When's the last time he logged in? Okay, so this is an example of someone who does not talk almost at all. He seems... The last, like, 5 or almost 10 messages he sent, well, are Vanguard related. And then he does... Let's see, a few... They're literally all Vanguard related. That's crazy. Okay, great. So, apparently, Blight is a professional gambler. He escapes Who tier because I do definitely know who he is. But the professional gambler, I mean, that is definitely rat behavior. I'm sorry, Blight. You're chill and you're active in terms of how often you're online. But that is unhinged to have your only messages being gambling and then complaining about gambling for like the past week. That's like insane. Like, there's definitely other stuff you could talk about. But listen, again, it's not all bad. You're gonna be at the bottom. You are, yeah. I mean, that's how it is. Sorry, I'm pretty late on here. Here you are, Jean Bing. We'll get to you eventually. Next up is Buttman. So recently we had a group of people join our guild. In fact, I want to maybe I'll try and tier them all together for convenience. Yeah, numerical. So let's see. /guild log. So I can see all the people who joined recently. So Jeanbing, Koi. All right, it's too confusing because some of these people were not part of that group. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just go back here and continue. So Buttman. Oh my god. All right. Let me look at skyblock level. And for the newer you are, the more the skyblock level is going to matter. All right. So barely, like, not even meeting Rex. That's kind of rough. I'm sorry, man. I know you talk a decent amount in the guild. Yeah, you do. But so that definitely, activity is a huge factor in where you get placed. Yeah, I'm just going to do alphabetical. A decent amount. Yeah, I mean, compared to the people who only have like 5 messages in the past week and they're all Vanguards, like Blight. Yes, he talks a lot relative to them. So because he's active, that's pretty decent. But because he's shit a level, I'm going to put him into C tier. I'm not sure, honestly. The Rec Merrick? I don't know. Is he your friend, Tootle? And Jeanbing? And others? He is? Okay. He's brain rot guy. OP. Alright, bro. I've been in the guild for 6 years. Whatever. He is sadly very funny. Okay. Buy rules. So, if none of you knew, Buy Rules has one of the most popular videos. He has the, I think, biggest YouTube channel. I think he has more views on one of his videos than Hellcastle does on one of his. He's definitely not GOAT, but he's pretty cool. He has been pretty inactive. I think last time I put him in SS when he was in the guild. He's going to be demoted to A, but we love Buy Rules. Australian King. Buy Smoothie. This, at least S? It's hard. A for Australia. Good idea, Q-Fold. Buy Smoothie, this might be our first Who tier. Because I have never in my life seen this person talk. Yeah, definitely going into who tier. Okay, Chaotic Ends. This, I think Chaotic Ends is online and talks sometimes, but from what I can recall, notably less active than many. Let's see. Yeah, not the most active. In fact, I would say pretty much inactive. So, Chaotic Ends, you are going to go into, I'm going to say D tier. I recognize the name, but the inactivity, and when you are active, you don't talk, that's pretty fucking rough. Charbu 2. Charbu is a foundational guild member in some ways. Been in the guild for quite some time. I guess, let me check logs. He might be higher than S tier. I do not want Vanguards right now. And in fact, I finished all my Vanguards. So Charbu first joined. So he's been in the guild for approximately 4 years on and off. Yeah, Zuki, I think you are literal last. Okay, so check in like an hour and a half and we might be close to you. All right, bro. Triplet, I will get to that at some point. Very, very good troll, though. I'm not doing that now. Someone just redeemed Unlock a Vanguard Corpse. I'm not doing that during the stream. But Charbu is an amazing member. Active, funny, amusing, all of these things. Oh, that's brutal. I'm sorry you have to wait for the Vidzuki. But I'm going to put Charbu actually in SS tier. There's a Vanguard by U4. Okay. Triplet in Mega Fat tier. Maybe. So Charbu, he's doing pretty well. I think Charbu pretty well deserving of double S tier. We'll see. I'm going to private the VOD and then do some editing to this stream. Once I've started recording, once I like have the recording, and then just upload the recording as is. As its own thing, so it's, there's no downtime. We'll see. Okay, so Charbu SS tier, our first SS tier guild member. And to the person who asked, no, it doesn't have to do with being German and a Nazi. It's because S is above SS. It's double S. What do you want me to make it? Fucking Z tier? No. U tier for Uber? S plus? Y'all think S plus is better? Alright. I'll do S plus. No one was asking that? I'm going to scroll up and show you the message. I can even tell you who it was. That was Daniel. Here, I'll pin it. Well, actually, he asked what was the requirements for that be German question mark. Crazy. Unskippable cutscene. Yeah, I guess basically is what this is. All right, let's just leave it as SS. Anyways, Cherry is going into who tier. I have never seen this person my entire life. I'll, just so I can't get accused of not looking, I'm checking their messages to see if they've said anything in Bridge. Yeah, this person does not talk. The last time they were online is March. They're probably getting purged if I had to guess. Next up, Crazy Cross. Probably also going into who tier, but potentially not. Yes, also into who tier. Alright. Now, we have someone who I actually know. Daniel Drew. So, this is Daniel Nerd, former staff in the guild, actually. When is the purge? Oh, it's not you? Which one is you? Who the fuck is Daniel Drew? Oh, you're Max Win Daniel. I don't know. I didn't know we had two Daniels in the guild. I saw Daniel and I assumed. That's my bad, I guess. Okay, but Daniel Drew does not fucking talk. Let's see. Does he at least have decent skyblock level? He is on often enough. Listen, I gotta tell you, Daniel. Just let's be real right now. If you are in the guild and you are below level 400, you are not getting in a high tier. Like, I'm sorry. Without a doubt, you're not getting into a high tier. Daniel Drew carries skyblock level. All right, let's see. What's up, Icy? How's it going? He actually does carry skyblock level. Holy shit. All right. I'll put him into B tier then. That's crazy. He's level 541. Daniel Drew might kick you out of the guild, Daniel. He might be coming for you. All right. Dawjaw. So, Dawjaw was in GOAT tier. I think the first time I made the tier list, or maybe the second time. He eventually fell down when he lost. How the fuck do I unpin this message? All right. There we go. Unpinned. So, Dawjaw, he lost GOAT tier for a couple of the tier lists because he lost #1 carrot collection. But, I mean, I think at this point, it's super safe to say he's in GOAT tier, right? Like, pretty much no one is going to disagree with Dawjaw in GOAT tier. He's definitely, like, highest tier guild member. And he's probably going to get #1 carrot collection soon. Why is there Minecraft music? Is it really loud? I'm sorry if it's really loud. I can turn it down. This is just so... It's something to fill the dead space. Okay. I'm just playing it in the background. Dawjaw is my father. Oh, cool. Oh, you thought it was your game? Very funny. No. I just had it so we can have something in the background. Next up is Doctor. The former admin. I actually am going to put Doctor in D tier. Because he's inactive and his name starts with the letter D. Definitely not GOAT. Absolutely not GOAT. We know who he is, but he's inactive. Literally has not logged on for years at this point. I'm sorry. Doctor has to go into D tier. Germini. Carries SP level? No. Fuck you. He doesn't carry SP level. Unless you mean in a negative direction. He's literally worse than the bot. He had an Iron Man at one point, but I think all his Skyblock profiles got deleted. Yeah, he does have an Iron Man, but he hasn't logged into his Iron Man since before Skyblock levels were implemented. So if you look at it here, if you look at it on here, it doesn't even have a Skyblock level. But when he was in the guild, he actually would play on that Iron Man a decent amount. But we're going to put him on... Sky King's leaderboard thinks Doctor is the bot and not oof. Ouch. Extremely ouch. All right, let me get a drink of water. Put him in rat? No. I'm not going to put him in rat. I think D for Doctor is appropriate. Germini. So Germini, I think, has a pretty good Skyblock level. Germini's level 504, so pretty decent. Bro. Things are not looking good for him because I click on his profile and he's in bustling Helianthus. Dude. This is some crazy poverty. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, Germini, please upgrade. And he's pretty active. He just doesn't talk, but he's been in the guild for quite some time. Who? Germini, take a look at your net worth. Dude, I literally Mantid would probably be better. Anyways, if you're doing pest farming at least. It's just embarrassing. You're representing our guild with bustling Helianthus. Who do you think you are? No. It's not really that negative. I'm just overreacting for fun. But I will put you in B tier because you've been in the guild for a very long time. And you've stayed relatively active. Here, maybe I should get a private hub. And you got trusted 2025. You've been in the guild for 4 years, it looks like. Hustling and bustling, it's true. Okay, here's a good place for me to chill out. Front of the map. So, Germini, you don't talk. In fact, you kind of jump scared me with that, but I'm gonna put you into B tier. Solid member, but not quite where we want. The map looks AI generated. I don't know. No comment. Next up, Doflo. Our next invisible member. Formerly #1 on Stranded. 2025 is like the worst year of Doflo's life. He might get ass, maybe. In fact, I think he would... Well, we can get to Scaffold eventually. We can talk about that. But Doflo, he got #1 Stranded, and then they announced that they were discontinuing support for Stranded in 2025, and then they fucking wiped him on his Stranded, which is just... What the fuck? I love Doflo, but if I was him... I would never, ever, ever play Skyblock again. Like, holy shit. I really like Doflo, and I'm actually going to put him into S tier. I think last time he was in GOAT tier. But, listen, #1 Stranded's a big deal. Undeniably. So, I think S tier is pretty fair. Maybe next time he'll be off the tier list if he doesn't come back or anything. True, S for Stranded. But... Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Doflo. That shit is fucked. Next up, Dusombras. Does Sombras? Question mark. Dusombras, I recall being relatively active. I don't know if they've been around recently, though. Yes. I mean, they're talking today in chat. Just extremely solid guild member. Is my opinion of Sombras. So I'll put Sombras in A tier. Active when he's online. Normal. Person. You know, all good attributes in a guild member. Let's see, though. And basically, to get above A tier, you need something to stand out. Level 449 is kind of ass, but I know you've been in the guild for a while. And you're playing like... You're like a normal person in terms of how much you play. So I think that's totally reasonable, A tier. Dr. Marlin. So, Marl was on, I think, V1 of the Lost in Space tier list. I think he was on the first one ever. At some point, I'm pretty sure he got wiped. Whatever. He came back recently. And let's just say... He's not in the guild for his Skyblock level. He's in the guild because he's an OG. Marl's Skyblock level is level 221. So, holy fuck, he is a shitter. But he is an OG. And, you know, for that reason, I'm going to put him into rat tier. Sorry. You were part of the Rats in Space coalition. You know, you've seen it all. You got wiped for a reason. Maybe once you have level 440, you can get human rights. Marl says, I gave the bot4he account to Meta back. Is that why you got wiped? Oh, you weren't wiped? Oh, it was... You were playing on bot4he? Was that your original account? I remember bot 4he. That was our guild bot for... That was so good when we had a guild bot that actually had good stats. That was so OP. You're playing on your AFK alt in the profile. So it's... Holy shit. Yo, you have bonds as a former co-op... And Simple Origin. Holy shit. and Bull... Oh my god. This is crazy. Seeing this list. This is how you know he's an OG. And also, partially why you deserve rat tier. That's all I'm saying. You know, Simple Origin co-op. Shout out Marl, but definitely rat tier. When you get a good level, you can have above rat tier on the next tier list. Droopy! Droopy's active, pretty decent skyblock level, from what I can remember. Honestly, no complaints. Let's see. 533, excellent skyblock level. How do you get Mega Rat? Well, 1200 DPS has Mega Rat. Would you prefer to be moved down to Mega Rat? I'm going to put Droopy into A tier. Above Allie. Sorry, Allie. Actually, Allie, your name starts with the letter A, so you get to go above. eBass player 05. Who the fuck is this? Again, I'll do my due diligence, but I do not know who this is. Okay. I'm sorry. You actually do talk a bunch. At least some of them. Is this like a new name or something? It's not a new name. Okay. He came with you guys. I see. Alphabetical. Zuki, you chose to have your name start with the letter Z. You could change it if you want. No one's making you have that. You could do fucking Zero Zuki instead of Zuki Zero, and then you would be first. You understand? Oreo understands the meta. He gets put first every time because his name starts with the letter, or the letter zero. With a zero. It's too iconic. No one's gonna know you? True. I'm sorry, eBass player. I haven't seen you be active enough, and you're super new. So I'm gonna put you into who tier, but now I know who you are. At least. The zero people who knows him. Alright. Ender HD. Another OG member. Just solid. I think he's pretty high skyblock level. Was it him? Someone got 2 skeleton keys from 1 Vanguard last night. I think it might have been him. I told whoever it was to post it in flexing. No, it was server muted. Okay. Dude, this is a crazy fucking Vanguard corpse. Oh my god. Okay, so Ender HD, I think I'm going to put... I think S tier is fair. No, it wasn't Jeffer. It was server muted. Jeffer got... Yes, okay, so Reddick sacrificed himself so that DPS could be on the tier list and get Mega Rat. Well, I asked him if he would sacrifice himself, and he said yes. And then I said, alright, he can just be added, whatever. But Ender HD can go into S tier. I think Ender has been in the guild for a very long time. Yeah, he joined in 2021. So Ender HD's been in the guild for ages. And Solid skyblock level, 536. Really, really no complaints. S tier, but like probably going to end up being the bottom of S tier. Because he hasn't done anything to super stand out, which is fine. It's just that's what you need to get into the upper echelons. Go collect my forge? No. This is the tier list. I'm not collecting my forge midway through. That would be stupid. Ife. Okay, I mean, heavy hitter, right? He was a GOAT on the last tier list. I'm pretty sure. Is he Serbian? Is that what Ife is? I mean, there's very mixed opinions on Ife. One of the more famous guild members, the inventor of flipping as we know it. True, downtime. As I understand, he's a rat. He might be the only person who has been both Mega Rat tier and GOAT tier. People are going to hate you if you guys say shit like that. I think SS tier is solid for Ife. Ife's just an asshole sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. But he's just like that. I will put him above Charbu, though. He's not super active right now, so he's getting demoted from GOAT tier. But I mean, he's really like, he is the longest lived member of Lost in Space. He's been in the guild for longer than anyone else. He's been in the guild since like July 2019 or some shit. Maybe even before that, I'm not sure. Super duper OG. SS tier for Ife. Estelle. So this is Dentalian 186, as we all know. Yeah. Well, Daniel, the current guild is FPF. Mindtrix transferred it to Simple years ago. And so it has all the logs for that. Although I assume Ife has more than 100 pages of logs. No, he has 54 pages. So Ife was joined. We were using your guild for the first 2 years. Right, and then Mindtrix bought this one or something. But it says, or you mean the Lost in Space. But it says Ife was invited in October 2019. So that's pretty much about his OG. But apparently there was another guild before that. Anyways, enough history. On to Danta. Yes, that is true, Daniel. Yeah, and so Simple made the guild. I joined the original. That's the one I joined. So I don't actually know my... unless you still have that guild. I don't know when I joined Lost in Space exact date. Because no one saved my transcript for my application. Anyways. Dentalian186/_Estelle. So I've known Danta longer than almost anyone in Lost in Space. He is professional floor 4 grinder. Not super active right now, but lots of personality. Moderately toxic. Honestly, probably one of the more toxic guild members. But right now he's a little bit inactive. Normally, I think I would put him in SS tier. You know what? I'll put him at the top of S tier. It's borderline, but being inactive does... True, he did quit Skyblock to play even worse games than Skyblock. Undeniable. So I'm going to put Danta in S tier. I could be compelled to put him into SS. I don't know, he lends out his space helm. He has 2 of them. He's very, very rich gamer. But he joined Lost in Space a few months after me. Alright. Etin 0. I do not think Etin says anything. Almost at all. Let's see. But I think he has decent Skyblock level. He plays a little bit, but yeah, pretty much does not talk. He's been in the guild for a bit. So, like, no major complaints other than him not talking. Level 491, I think this is a C tier performance. Itino, the GOAT. I don't know if I'm putting him in GOAT. After the stream is over, I will share the tier list and you can make your own. C? Yeah. I have him in C. Ewan 819. I think actually this is a similar scenario, except Ewan is higher level. For a while, I think he was pretty high up in terms of the guild rankings. Let's see. Ewan, he's 496, bro. This dude definitely does not play. Again, this is someone who I know who they are, but is just largely inactive, it seems like. I'm going to put Ewan into D tier since he doesn't even log on, or he hasn't logged on recently. Sorry, Ewan. I know who you are, but it's how it goes. Extreme 5. This is going to be another D tier because inactive. Fandro. Tennis playing GOAT. Fandro's awesome. Active guild member. Likeable guy. Can hold a conversation. Is normal. All decent traits for a guild member. Level 491. Everyone's in that just sub 500 range. I think Fandro, solid A tier member. This isn't a dating ranking, by the way. Well, thankfully, I don't choose who I date based on Skyblock level and activity in guild chat. Listen, if some of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. Some of y'all don't know how to interact with other humans. I'm sorry. I get it. You're playing a video game. It's not like the #1 skill you need to have. Has ambitions. Yeah. I don't know if Fandro has ambitions. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, it's all right. Like you think these are like just like, oh, anyone can do that until you start talking to certain people, like, and then you're like, oh crap, a lot of people aren't actually like able to have a conversation in any real capacity. I mean, sometimes when people are too brain rotted, it can be difficult to hold a conversation with them. Yes, their social level is low in game. Like Triplet, actually. I don't know if that's an English second language thing, but goddamn, is he hard to talk to. Okay. Fizzo! Fizzo is awesome. Pretty OG. Let me just make sure his level isn't absolutely terrible, but I think I'm pretty comfortable putting him in S tier. Solid level, 462. Active, cool dude. Gators. He joined with y'all, didn't he? I don't think he talks, but I do know who he is. So that is a plus. So that, I guess I'll go into more detail. There was a group of like, I don't even know how many people it was. It was like, I want to say almost 10 people, something like that. Yo, he got a locket. Almost a week ago. Shout out Gators. And that was like his last message. So, more than 10? Something like that. I don't think it was 20. 15-ish? Yeah, so there was a group of a bunch of people who joined from another guild because it was dying. And now they're in Lost in Space. And honestly, great addition for the most part. They're all pretty active. Gators, I'm going to put you... Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but wait. Let me, before I rank you, check your Skyblock level, as always. I should have just had the whole guild Skyblock level pulled up. Actually, is it Sky Kings? Guild leaderboard. I think Sky Kings maintains that. Here, let's see. Leaderboards, guild leaderboard. This way I don't have to look at people's Sky Hanny when I look them up. Dude, we're number 14. The situation is not good. Anyways. Gators. Gators is 523. So honestly, really good level. You pay money and you can't... What did you... Sky King's... I found it. Don't worry. It'll be okay. Yeah, is Nat Gators? Honestly, given the extremely high Skyblock level compared to most, I think I'm willing to put Gators into B tier. He's carrying, honestly. Google! I love your website. You did a great job putting it together. Just kidding. Haha. Okay, so Google seems to be somewhat inactive, but he's a cata grinder. Let's see. Last logged in March 27th. Let's go. Gators and B is crazy. You would have put him in D. I was going to put him in D, but the thing is, his Skyblock level is so fucking high that it boosted him up a couple tiers. And it's not like he's... Listen, he's not talking a ton. But the thing is, he's playing the game. And he's clearly not guild chat muted. Muted. So, I mean, that combined makes me feel alright with putting him into B. So, alright. C or D, you guys think? I'm going to put him in B. Again. Yeah, I looked. So the nice thing about Bridge is you can, like, audit people's messages. GG's on 50 powder gassed. So Google is like a Catacombs gamer. So I'm going to put him in C tier. He's a little bit inactive, but it's valuable to have guild members who are just pro at certain things. Like, that makes me increase the tier ranking. Like, if you're, for example, like Dawjaw, unbelievably good at farming, it makes you a resource that other guild and are willing to be social. Makes you a resource that people are able to go to and talk to about certain topics, and that is super helpful to have in a guild member, and definitely increases their ranking by at least a little bit, and a lot of it depending on how much how good they are at a certain thing. Okay, next up, gold goodies. I'm sorry, man, but so one of our staff members, so I'm sorry, gold goodies, but you're never living it down. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep. He's not active. He's in college. He's not dead, but he'll log in from time to time. But he is never living it down. Ever. I might have said that he might at one point, but dude. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. That's all I'm saying. Next up, Hellcastle. Okay, so Hellcastle generally is actually pretty interesting as a guild member, because he'll, like... So he is rank 111 out of 115. The only people he is above are Daniel and Marlin in terms of Skyblock level. Do you know how shitty that is for him to have that be his Skyblock level after 6 years of playing? He has been a shitter since day one. At some points, he's been less shitter. And listen, I get he has a life. He's an interesting guy. Rat tier. Icy, you're in chat. Hello. Your name is literally Icy the Goat. I got bad news. You're definitely not going in Goat tier. As you might have expected. So you're almost smack dab in the middle of the pack in terms of level. But your activity is excellent. And for that reason, I think B tier is honestly solid. He's borrowing so many items, he's broke. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, pretty much every single guild member is incredibly broke. Because I'm awesome at ranking people. That's why there's a binomial distribution. And the next person's going to go into C tier to make it perfectly symmetrical. I guess it's not perfectly symmetrical. Anyways, I'm going to put Icy into B tier. New, so, you know, if you're a weirdo, Icy in B is not okay. People are protesting. I'm sorry. All right, let's see how active Icy is in guild chat. He's super active. Come on. I'm going to put Icy in B tier. Ikllz. IKXLLZ. C tier. As amusing as it is, because it makes the distribution almost symmetrical. From the new people, the highest should be pasta. Otherwise, I'm rioting. You are going to be next. Ikllz is in C tier, though. Not a lot to say. Let me just clarify how active he is. He might actually get moved down. Dude, he doesn't fucking talk. Alright. You are definitely getting moved down to D tier. I know who you are, but you don't talk. Alright. Toodle. Toodles. Alright. Toodle. Let's see what your level is. You're level 541. Do you think it's... You think with that activity and you're going to be top 8 at the moment? I know, and so I'm going to put you in A tier. You're active and have an extremely high level. I think that's an excellent reason to have you in A tier. You can go like here. Yeah, you can go behind those. So A tier, I think, is totally fair. All right. Deserves rat. Listen, when you make the tier list, you can you can do it. It's always funny when other people make their tier list and literally like 90% of the guild is in who tier. Classic. You were fine with Megarat. Megarat is like where it actually starts to be somewhat negative. You don't really want to be in Megarat tier. Rat can be like haha funny. But Megarat is heavy hitter here with Joyful. So first of all, congrats to Joyful on max Skyblock level. Joyful is a character. See, if we're in a Skyblock guild, that's actually a positive. Playing 18 hours a day. Joyful SS tier. Maybe. I honestly, it's between SS tier and GOAT tier, but I think SS tier is fair for Joyful. I'm not going to put him in GOAT just yet. But honestly, I think I put Joyful in like Rat or Mega Rat tier many, many times when I was making these tier lists. Like, so this is like a crazy improvement for Joyful. But he's been behaved in Bridge. We gave him Bridge perms back, and he didn't post the cartoon cats having sex again. It's crazy. He actually improved. It's inspirational. And now he's max level. That's why Joyful would not stop posting cartoon cats having sex in Bridge. For years. He literally got muted for a year straight in Bridge chat. And then posted it again when he got unmuted. It's like mind-boggling. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But I think SS tier is fair for Joyful. Joyful has some of the funniest moments. He also has the stepsis video or whatever that porn video was that he sent. So I'm gonna put him in SS for now. I know there are some. Listen, new members. There are insane lore drops that you haven't even heard of. Because he stopped doing it? Yeah. Alright. Next up, It's Over Honey. So, It's Over Honey, I said this last time because he got in on last year's tier list. Actually, did he? He might not have. The vid link is top 10 Sky. Is there a video of him sending the the vid links? Okay, I thought you meant like there's a vid of him when he sent it. Yeah, it's insane. How did they allow that link? That was when links were still allowed. Do y'all remember when you could send Discord like image links in chat and it would pop up on your screen if you had the right mod? And you'd play dungeons and people would literally post porn in your party chat when you hit 300 score? That was fucking insane. The first time I saw that, I was losing my shit. Like, why is there an anime girl with Necron's handles covering her boobs? Oh my god. It's crazy. Alright. I did like it overall, but I 100% get why they had to remove it. Yeah, it was a lot of people had that. It was insane. Alright, It's Over Honey is an Iron Man I invited to the guild because I was hotspot fishing right when that came out, and I wanted someone for the party, and I was like, oh, this guy doesn't have a guild. And so he joined, and he's been active, and he's been alive, and he's been a great guild member, and he also watches my stream. So, A tier for It's Over Honey. Jack9321. Okay, people just want to express themselves. True. So true. Jack9321. Okay, to anyone watching, all you need to know about Jack is the only thing he cares about in Skyblock are pets. He just wants one of every pet in the game. I think he spent 4 billion coins on Skaitha Pet when it came out. It was something really stupid like that. Back when Legendary Skaitha was ridiculous. And he is pretty much totally inactive unless a new pet comes out. And honestly, I respect it. I'm going to put him into B tier. He's not totally active, but when he does play, he talks in chat and all that. Another Jack. Jack_X_Son. Relatively newer. But I believe Jack does... Oh, God. He really does not say shit in chat. So I recognize the name. Jackson, I guess. So he's not in Who, but he's going to go into D tier. Actually, wait. If he has a good Skyblock level, I'll upgrade him to C tier. Let's see. 443. He is hanging on for dear life. Jeff or the Dude. Okay, so Jeff is part of that group who just joined recently. And what I'll say about Jeff is, because this stands out above anything else, is holy shit, his RNG has been crazy the last 24 hours. There was a mining fiesta this morning, and he got a frostbitten tie, a locket, and a caged wisp during that one mining fiesta from Vanguard corpses. That is insane. 2 wisps. Whole and a fluff? Oh my goodness. Or is that lifetime drops? And he is Skyblock level 518, almost 519. I think a solid place for Jeff is next to Tootle. And that is because even though his Skyblock level is not quite as high, and you know, the difference between 540 and 520 is huge, right? It's not like the difference between 400 and 420, for example. It's like a huge difference. But it is actually a huge positive when a guild member, in my eyes, it's a huge positive when a guild member gets massively RNG and makes everyone else upset. Because then a bunch of people talk in chat and they're like, bro, you motherfucker, and it makes the guild active, and you know, I think it's fun. So that's a huge plus. So I'll put Jeff into A tier. All right. Well, did you have more RNG this morning? He has the fortunate part. He's so lucky that it all happened the same day as the tier list. Rage bait for guild activity? True. That incredible W. Like, your RNG, you weren't posting it this morning. So he gets like extra luck because of that. And maybe a small buff. Next up, JS. So JS's claim to fame is like, I don't even know how many years ago at this point. It might be 4 years ago. Can anyone find that screenshot? His claim to fame is he spent 1.2 billion coins on slime blocks or slime balls off the bazaar because he was trying to make arrows. And that was before they had any sort of protection on the bazaar. Yeah. It was going to be the money he was going to use to buy to his first golden dragon pet. And so that is his claim to fame. He is Slime Guy. You can ask him about it. If anyone finds the image, I'd love to see it. It might even be a guild rule. If it's not, I might make it one. At some point. I have good news. Jeffer is in A tier. Okay. But JS has not been super active recently. But to anyone watching, that is his main claim to fame. And he quit for like 3 or 4 months after that. So I'll put him in C tier. When he plays, he's pretty active. He's a chill dude. But, you know, that's Slime Guy is the first thing that comes to mind. It might be one of the rules that are in the time frame when the screenshot exploit was active. It's probably... Oh, interesting. I think he sent it himself. It might be in flexing if you go high enough up. If you just go, like, maybe more filters. Let's see. Image sent by... user JS. Not pinned. Whatever. I'll find it later and show y'all. It's pretty funny. Next up. Just Wizzy123. Okay. Oh, you found it, Dawjaw? Shout out, Goat. What the fuck? Bro. Alright. Dude, no! It was in the same tab as... Oh, thank God I didn't lose the tier list progress. I was gonna lose my shit. You almost fucked me up, Dawjaw. That's my bad. All right. Yeah, I mean, Wizzy. Yeah, Dodgeon SS. He's getting demoted to Goat plus plus. All right. I'm gonna put Wizzy in Who tier. Like I know he was part of the group, but he doesn't fucking talk. And I literally saw his name for the first time today. And he logged in and I'm like, who the fuck is that? That dude's definitely going in Who tier. You would say Rat tier? Maybe. Okay, next up. Chromes. Chromes has been in the guild for a long ass time. I guess this is fine. Guild log KH Chromes. This is a insane players hidden. Oh. Shout out Unlimited. How's it going, man? And Luke. But this is insane, right? He joined in 2023 and has just been here for the past 3 years, basically. Yo, the whole guild's pulling up. That's crazy. We gotta do more guild screenshots again on our rat pets. Yo. I know who Chromes is. I'm gonna put Chromes into D tier. Just due to inactivity, unfortunately. But Chromes is, you know, solid guild member for a long time. Plays the game from time to time. He met this guy named Rex, which is good. All right, King Harlot. I'm sorry, but you're going next to Wizzy. Maybe, I don't know. I assume you're also part of the new group, but I have not really seen you talk very much. If at all. He's not. Who the fuck is he then? Alright, he plays, but he does not talk. This is like Giga Who tier. He's high level, though. I'm sorry. Even though you're high level, if I know literally nothing about you, I can't put you above Who. I'm sorry. It's just how it goes. More viewers than Voxy. That's crazy. The thing is, I don't have Skyblock in my name, so I shouldn't show up on the soupy thing, unless I put Hypixel Skyblock in my stream name. Which I could do. Should I do that? Then I would show up as a Skyblock streamer. I guess I have the tag. You don't even know? They must check and see in the Discord transcripts. I guess they applied at some point. Childhood friend. True. All right. Kitnit. If I recall, Kitnit is like medium activity. Okay, actually, 0 activity in terms of talking, but logs on every day. I'm familiar with their names, so they will escape Who tier, but they are a shitter at 418 Skyblock level, so they're going into D tier. I think they've been in the guild for a while. Koei. Koehi. Something. Part of that new crew. Bars. Where does he fall in the new crew hierarchy? 424. It's rough. It's rough, man. Let's see. He logs on. Talks. He's actually talking from time to time. Good M7 PB. All right. I mean, it's probably top 1% or something. But listen. Most people who play Skyblock fucking suck. They're terrible. Like, really, really terrible. So you can't compare yourself to the level 200 who doesn't know what a mining route is, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I know who Koei is, and I'm going to put him into D tier. Like, yes, level 420 is totally good in like, you'll probably be the highest level in a lot of the lobbies you're in. But it's we're talking about the guild members. And in the guild, level 420 is shitter relative to the rest of the guild. Kosh MC. This might be a who tier. I'm going to be honest. What? Did I misspell that? No, it's no underscore. Okay. Joined at the end of 2025? Crazy. Anyways, Kosh MC, you've gotten derailed. I'm going to look and see if you've sent any messages, but you're going into who tier otherwise. Kosh MC, it's not looking good for. For some reason, I keep thinking there's a underscore. There's definitely not. Kosh MC. Okay. I'm gonna put Kosh into who tier. I'm not banned on YouTube. I just made the video private. Horrified. I assume that's who that is. You're a longtime guild member and decent level, so how could I put you any lower? I know. I mean, the tier list is a big deal, especially if you've been in the guild since like 2020. It's awesome. All right. Next up, heavy hitter. K triplet. Holy shit. Incredibly heavy hitter. Mega Rat, in your opinion? Maybe. He is honestly, like, it hurts my brain to think about how much triplet plays Skyblock. And then he's like, there's nothing to do in the game. It's like, dude, you just played Diana for fucking 96 hours straight. No shit, you don't think there's anything to do in the game. It's like just breaking my brain thinking about it. But given he is literally number one globally in Diana, I'm pretty sure. He's number one in a bunch of stuff. Leaderboard player K underscore triplet. Let's see. Number one kills Harpy. Number one Nymph. Number one Bull. Yeah. GOAT tier. For sure. Number one IRL. Wait. Listen, he's literally the Diana GOAT. He's number one in all the new mobs. And I think he's close to number one in Inquisitor and stuff. He's not quite number one in those, though. But like, number one King Minos. Number one Manticore, for example. I think that's deserving of GOAT tier. And on top of that, he's crazy rich. And on top of that, he's... Doctor, can we save him? No. He weighs 700 pounds. So I'm going to put Triplet in GOAT tier. Next up, Laugh Elephant. Very old guild member, but not active. C or D tier. Lepusina. I think, did Lepu start playing again recently? I want to say he did. Also, let me just edit the YouTube link out. I was D tier last year. Honestly, big improvement. I'll take it. Really? Were you D tier? That's crazy. Huge upgrade. Horrified, just for you, I'm going to go back and do some review of your ranking. You know, you would have been higher if your name was easier for me to spell. Just need someone. Boss collections are free. Trust. I guess last year was because you were still really new. You'd been in the guild for like less than 6 months at the time. So you kind of, if you're not super active, you get a slight demotion from that. All right. Let's see. Lepu. Where's Lepusina? Largely inactive right now. Oh. Last online in March. Alright, bro. I'm going to put Lepu in D tier. LHX 7. Wiped. Got wiped and kicked recently. Rat tier. Sorry. Shouldn't have gotten wiped. I know that this is like super troll and super rude. I'm sorry. But... Oh, thank you, Aura. Very kind. Luke, we'll get to you. Okay? We'll be okay. So, 7, pro Dungeons gamer, pro Kujer gamer, but got wiped. Sorry. I have to put you in rat tier. It's hard for me to put you much higher. Lily! I know she's been whining and complaining this whole time. Where am I going to get ranked? Where am I going to get ranked? Mega Rat? Am I going to get demoted? I'm sorry. You don't play the game. But you do talk on occasion. Which, you know, is a benefit. And you have all those funny screenshots with 1200 DPS. See ya, Pasta. I'm not going to skip over you. I'm going to just go in order. But it honestly might take 20 to 30 minutes for me to get there. So we'll see. But I am recording, and I will be uploading the video with some small edits, like to fucking get rid of the email popping up in the meantime. So, Lily, I got bad news. You're in C tier. The woof to LHX 7's meow. True. I'm going to put you into C tier. You're not all the way down in rat or D tier. But, you know, I consider rat to be below C tier. Lily didn't... Was she C tier last time too? That's funny. Sorry. Should have been active. Next up, Lucky CQ. Yeah, let's see what your level is, Lily, actually. So, you will maybe get hit by the next purge at 438. The next purge is probably going to be for level 440 will purge. So, anyone who joined recently is probably fine. But it's not going to happen until... I think I'll do it once we're full. So we have a little bit. Yeah, Daniel, you'll probably be exempt as long as you stay active and grinding. It will be soon. You have 4 more people. Okay. The purge should be your level. The purge should be Ife's level. What level are you, Dawjaw? 449? We'll see. TBD. Alright, Lucky CQ, D tier, pretty inactive. Luke! Luke the Skywalker. German guy. Who account shares. We were trying to talk to you the other day, and someone was on the stream, and he's like, Kosh MC, who was your friend who's joined, has been inactive. He's been solving. Okay, good. Okay, gotcha. Because I was looking, he actually does play. I'm not familiar with Kosh, so I'm not against moving him up in the future. But you know, it's how it goes. So Luke, you're only half German. Okay, L tier for Luke. I'm gonna put Luke into SS tier. I think he was SS tier last year, and. Listen, dude, what I told you last year stays the same. Do you remember what I told you last? True. Last year? in terms of how you could move up to GOAT tier? You might. Anyways, Luke in SS tier. So you said, why am I not in GOAT tier? And I told you, if you get top 3 in Chili Pepper collection, I'll move you up to GOAT tier. Currently, Luke is, and you said that's impossible. It'll never happen. We'll see. Currently, Luke is number 5 in Chili Pepper collection. It is literally impossible. I believe in you with the power of pre-fueling by a stack in each minion for or get them banned for Derpy. That's what they're doing? Yeah, so start doing it. Otherwise, you're never catching up. And then also get their account banned. Find a chili dupe. True. Okay. You'll take SS. Listen, it's the second from the top. You can't really complain too much. Anyways. Daniel. Actual Daniel this time. Rat's here. Sorry. Last time you were top of SS. You're definitely behind Joyful, but I'll put you above Ife. And I'll put Charbu above Ife because he's inactive. Shouldn't have gotten wiped. That's all I gotta say. I have 0 chili collection. So, from that perspective, can I really talk? But oh, you sold your account. Also, equally valid reason to put you in rat tier. Y'all think that's mega rat worthy? It might be. He is really shitta. I'll put him in mega rat. Sorry, Daniel. Again, same thing I said to Marl. When you get level 440 or at least 410, I'll consider giving you human Rex. Or human rights, sorry. Rex rights. In terms of being above who tier. MHXX. Holy shit, I do not know who this is. Literally who? One of the most recent messages about MHXX is where Unlim is posting about all the inactive guild members. Refund the sub? You better not do that. Alright, you know what? You're right, Daniel. You did get a sub. That'll put you at the top of rat tier. I forgot that you did do the sub. Alright. Next up, Vocio. I think I also didn't say the first word last time. But I think Vocio has not been active. Let's see. Super duper inactive, for sure. I'm not going to. You can. D tier. Holy shit. How is Mood King still in the guild? 416. Okay. He'll probably get purged the next purge, but currently Mood King is still in the guild. I know this is Quepper's goat. He's like married to Quepper. I'll put Mood King in C tier. He's been super inactive. So, but I think it's fair to put him in C tier. He's a solid member. Very funny when he's online. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Makes sense. Being in the military does probably make it hard to play. I think Vocio's be in for a while. Yes, Reddick, it's you. And you know what? just because he's your favorite, I'm going to put you right next to 1200 DPS. You can be friends there. Exactly. I think that's a perfect spot for you. Okay, Moroseni. All right, so some of you might say who, but Gold Goodies is in the cuck chair, watching Reddick and DPS. So Muraseni is Skelly Hunter, and he's been in the guild for a while. Variable activity, but honestly, he's been playing a bunch. Chill dude. Really, no complaints. In my WoW guild, people would play from their military base in Afghanistan. That's crazy, Dawjaw. Yeah, Skelly Hunter's, he's an OG. So, I'm going to put him in B tier. He just barely missed the last purge. He almost got purged. In fact, he was under. But he'd been grinding really hard, and so he got to stay. See ya, Aura. Oh, house hunting. Oh, congrats on being engaged. That's very nice. All right. Now to more important things. Fuck being engaged. We need to talk about Nanify. One of the top Skyblock level gamers. Nanify is awesome, but he mostly doesn't talk in guild chat. I'm going to put Nanify in S tier. That is true. He is social goat. In fact, he can go at the top of S tier. I think there's an argument to be made to put him in SS, but he's not like super talkative. Next up, the oldest in Dawjaw might be the oldest member of the guild. Youngest? I don't know. It's probably someone who joined within the past year or so. True. Extremely suspicious. Next up is our fearless leader, Nir Bahar. Nir Bahar, you should G-transfer to IGN Thyxes. Nir Bahar, you should G-transfer to Thyxes. G-transfer Thyxes, G-confirm. Until then, rat tier. Just kidding. Nir is solid guildmaster, has not gotten banned while being GM. A tier. Actually, honestly, Nir has gotten much more tolerable for me. He used to be kind of annoying to me. Bring back Simple Origin? Good luck. Didn't he logged in at one point within the past year or two, and like he was like visiting people's islands, say, give me back my guild. No, but Nir used to be like really annoying to me, and he's gotten a lot less annoying. So I want to recognize personal growth. I don't know, Atomic, when I was like 14, so I play Magic the Gathering as a game, and when I was 14, I was playing with like 30-year-old men who were married with families. So like that type of stuff is not too out there, and it was totally fine and chill. Next up, no author. Noah, as author is called. Noah's pretty active and decent level, so I'm gonna put Noah. Honestly, it's kind of funny, but I think another solid S tier guild member. True, but it's Minecraft. That's how it goes. Nuva. I know Nuva's been waiting for the tier list, so he might even be here to complain about where I place him. But let me see. Make sure I place him accurately. Kind of shit a Skyblock level, but all right. Okay. I think this is C tier behavior. He logs in a bunch, but does not really talk. See you, Reddick. Thanks for stopping by. You are here. I knew it. C tier. You don't fucking talk. I mean, a lot of the people in the guild are a little bit older just because the guild's so old. And there's been a bunch of members who've been here for like 4 to 5 years. Alright. Next up is Sista. You're not a talkative person? It's fine. Actually, let me see. Yeah. And listen, maybe you don't have to be talkative to get moved up. You just have to get a higher skyblock level. That would also get you moved up to like B tier or something, Nuva. Oh, thank you for investing in Thyxes coin. I will rug pull you. Sista. So Sista straight up does not play. Like, at all. I think Sista is fully quit. He was pretty rich for a while, but I mean, at this point, I don't see a reason to put him anywhere besides D tier. Next up, OD the King, who may or may not still be watching, but he stopped in earlier. So Ode, to those who don't know, he is the developer of Odin Client and Odin. I don't know. Odin Client, I think, is the cheat version. And I think that version he stopped developing. I'm not sure. But he is a former guild member. He was in the guild for a very, very long time. And in fact, he was testing, like, before Odin even existed, he was in the guild. We have a long history of cheaters in Lost in Space, unfortunately. Yeah. All sorts of bullshit. And so OD, because of his contributions to Odin, which is a pretty decent dungeons mob, but he is ultimately a cheat developer, or was, so I can't put him any higher than Mega Rat. Ultimately, like, come on, bro. What did you even think was gonna happen? OSIM. Okay, OSIM is inactive. Almost completely. Let me check when they joined. Yeah, we're not even at you. You still got a while. So don't even worry. Ode was frequently kidnapped me to experiment with his mod pick. He was torturing Triplet. Okay, so OSIM joined a year ago and then has not done anything since. Crazy. I'm going to put him in 2 tier for that reason. Our ad here. Alright, so ad is pretty chill. He's been in the guild for a while, left for a little bit, and ultimately came back. I think Gold Goodies is in ad's co-op. Ad is kind of inactive. Let me check his skyblock level real quick. Dude, there's still so many left. Level 500 flat is pretty good, though. So I'll put ad solidly in A tier. I think that's reasonable. Owo Killer. Alright. Level 508, so good skyblock level, but I don't know that he talks a ton. And he also hasn't been active recently at all. Jesus. Last online in March. Alright, bro. Since you have a good skyblock level... What is this? I gave my G-Drag to one of Ad's friends and he accidentally applied a candy to it. Very funny. Alright. Yeah, I get paranoid whenever I lend out my pets. I'm always like, oh my fucking god, I can't... If you do anything, if you get wiped, banned from everywhere forever. Alright. Woe Killer can go into D tier. Panda. All right. So Panda is like pretty much totally inactive at this point. I don't know what would make him come back. He used to be the GOAT, but my GOAT fell off. True. Actual OG GOAT. Like, Panda was endgame, like, when I started playing Skyblock. But he has fallen off, and he's not really active. But even so, he's still an A tier. I think it would be... I don't think I could bring myself to put Panda lower than A tier. He was fucking insane. Panda's awesome. He's been in the guild for ages. I mean, he's been... Panda's crazy. All right. Part Doggo. I think this is the guy who got arrested at a furry convention last year. You kind of did replace... He got thrown out, not arrested. Yeah. Part Doggo, yeah. And he was in the guild. We were pinging him. Like, what are you doing, man? He's a furry. Doggo is a furry, as you might imagine by the name. And you know, for that reason, I think rat tier is pretty fitting. Hard to argue. Paul B. L07 or 06. 67. Paul BL06. I don't think he's been active recently, but I just totally lied. All right. He is active, but he doesn't talk. C tier. Let me just clarify. His level's good, though. 520. Pretty decent. All right. Peace. Peace 470. Peace is super inactive, but when he is active, he's awesome. I'll definitely give him that. But because he's not active, I can't put him any higher than D tier. Pixel Man. I think this is another inactive member. This is why we need to make sure the guild gets new members so we can have some turnover and have everyone be active. When you have a guild with like 50 online members, it's fucking amazing. It's like the best. Even 30 is excellent if it's at all hours. But yeah, Pixel Man also going to be in D tier for being pretty inactive. Pasta. Planet Pasta. I've heard many good things about Planet Pasta. Let's see if the Skyblock level holds up. 496. Fine Skyblock level. Solid Skyblock level. Decently active new member. Unfortunately, for some of y'all, Pasta is going to be in B tier. I think that's fair. Level, oh, you're 4. Did you get 2 levels in the past day? I think B tier is totally fair. Your level is not super exceptional, but, you know, you're active. You're a new member, which is a small negative. But, you know, I already know who you are, which, you know, name recognition gets you a decent way. All right. Next up, play for wins. All right, I think we have a series of inactive people here. Let's see. Play underscore. Actually, let me pull up Plank. I can see last logins. Okay, play underscore for underscore wins. This might be an easy way. And if you've been in the guild for a while, and you're just inactive, you're almost for sure. Yeah, March 8th, D tier. Pocketing, also inactive member. Almost for sure. Probably also D tier. I'm just verifying right now. Last online, April 6th, but I have not seen pocketing say anything. Propulse, also pretty inactive. We're doing these rapid fire because I'm getting annoyed. Dude, B tier is totally good. Especially for a new member. Okay, Propels was on today. All right, I'm sorry for the slander. It kind of is inactive people tier list. Okay, Propels just doesn't talk for the most part. Is his issue. Let's see where his level is. All right, C tier for Propels. Nah, B tier. I'll give Propels a B tier because he actually plays. PT60. This is another probably. I don't know. Maybe I should change D from to inactive tier. Maybe for the next tier list I can. Propels, or sorry, PT60 is not like totally inactive, but let's see. Ooh, he doesn't even meet 440. Let's see if he talks in bridge or guild chat. Ugh. Not looking good. All right. PT60 into D tier. Quepper. Okay, Quepper is awesome. He hasn't been active recently, but I mean, he's staffed for a reason. Mining pro, or at least he was, and I think he's still very highly ranked for like coal weight or something like that. Quepper is awesome. He's getting demoted to A tier because of some inactivity, but still awesome member. Queso. So I don't know if Queso has been super active recently. Let's see. But Queso has, I think he was on V1 tier list. And he was on my friends list and he left the guild for some Spanish guild. Yeah, it looks like he's been pretty darn inactive recently. But he was on my friends list and I was DMing him for like years. I was like, dude, come back to Lost in Space. And eventually his guild died and he rejoined. And now he's back and he's solid guild member. I think he was trying to buy a bunch of the Shen items. I don't know how many he ended up getting. But I think Queso is a solid B tier. I like the dude, even though he's pretty inactive. Recameric. Okay, so I've seen you guys talking a little bit, so I'm familiar that he came with the recent group from the other guild. Recameric will be Mega Rat, too much brain rot. See, I haven't seen any of that, but let me look and see if he's spreading brain rot in the guild chat. No, he's... Alright. One of his most recent messages yesterday is, "Yo, I got unmuted." All right, bro. All right. That is fair to put him in rat tier, I think. The "Yo, I got unmuted" as one of the most recent messages is crazy. Like, you know he's a problem. All right. Red Ammonio. Let's see. I, of course, know Red, but I'm checking his activity. Okay, he was on, like, yesterday. He bid 3 bill on something. You don't even playing this game, Red Ammonio, says K Triplet on April 10th. Nah, I refuse to be in the same tier as that guy. Move him down right now. Rec Merrick? I could move you down instead if you want. I just don't know him well enough. Rek has to be Mega Rat. You can make a Mega Rat on your tier list. All guild members say so. Trust us. We can come back to this one. Red Ammonio. I think C tier is fair. A petition? Maybe. I'm going to put Red Ammonio into C tier due to inactivity. How many votes do we need the petition? Here, I can... Alright, you know, I have a good idea. I'm going to run a poll in chat, okay? And the question is going to be Recameric to Mega Rat. Yes. No. And it's going to cost you 100 blaze rods, and you can get extra votes for it. So, if you feel strongly, you can put your money where your mouth is. So, for example, if I just decide to vote no, which I will, I guess I can't pay blaze rods because I have unlimited blaze rods, but damn, people are using all their blaze rods to make sure it doesn't happen. All right, all right. You bought 10 yeses? Pro. Extremely pro. All right. And we can take a screenshot of this at the end because it'll be funny. Okay. Satoshi Bitcoin, the guy who made Bitcoin, is in our guild. It's fucking crazy, I know. Oh, Zucky, thank you. You know, it's awesome that you decide to subscribe. It probably moves you up a tier or two. Satoshi Bitcoin is not the most talkative, but he's a solid guild member. I'm going to put him into B tier. Scared Rat. So Scared Rat used to be in the same guild as, thank you, Toodle, as me and Danta before I joined Lost in Space. And years later, literally 6 years later, he's like, yo, I need a guild. And I was like, yeah, you can join, sure. And so now he's in Lost in Space. So I like the guy, but come on. Your name is literally Scared Rat. It doesn't seem possible for me to put you anywhere other than Rat tier as it stands. I think that's fair. Maybe, if you work hard, you can move to Mega Rat. Alright. Next up is Q-Fold. 58 votes against Rek Merrick. Only 58? Mega weight tier? Let's see. I'm going to put Q-Fold in SS tier. Not goated yet, but probably one of the closest people to GOAT tier as it stands. He got a screenshot with number 1 XP. It's got to count for something. It's pretty flex. Pretty big flex. So yeah, I think SS is fair. I don't know what he would have to do to get GOAT, but eventually he'll probably get moved up. He's just like generic level grinder for the most part, Q-Fold. He's not like doing anything crazy special. How am I Mega Rat? You literally develop cheats. You develop cheats. You are in Mega Rat. All right. Next up. You don't anymore. Oh, okay. Here, Ode, I can run a poll for you to be moved up to Rat tier instead of Mega Rat tier. Oh, months ago. Well, unfortunately, this tier list is only once a year. So maybe next year you can get out of Mega Rat tier. Anyways, Sefu, speaking of cheaters, am I right or am I right? Sefu's been inactive recently. All I'm going to say is Ho's mad. Yeah, I miss Sefu too. Sefu's been awesome to me. Really cool dude and fun to talk to. Pretty smart. He puts up with a lot of abuse. Like that from Q-Fold. Like, why the fuck? For no reason. I can't believe Sefu died. I don't think he died. I'm going to put Sefu in B tier, but if he was active, he'd be higher. Sekhmeth0101. Alright, this is another player who does not talk. And just barely meets Rex. S for Sefu? True. See, everyone misses Sefu. Maybe that's enough to move Sefu up to A. The funny thing is, neither of you follow me. So, as far as I'm concerned... Wait, do you follow me, Ode? Let's see. No, you don't even... Neither of you follow me. Fuck both of you. As far as I'm concerned, Ode and Triplet. Alright. Okay, I'm on your side, Ode. Triplet will be banned soon. Because he's max level. If you get max level and you're in my guild, I'll give you VIP. It's that simple. Thanks for stopping by, Planet Pasta. True, Chester. Alright. If you buy a max level account... And this is why you're in fucking Mega Rat. Now you see. Sekhmeth. Last login. December 2025. Bro. There's still more time in this. Here's how Rek Merrick can still win. His staying in rat tier. Did Sister get ratted? You still haven't down. That's funny. Sekhmeth, you're going into who tier? I'm sorry. I think it has dungeon features. Server muted. Okay, so server muted had something insane happen to him yesterday. Last night. Let me see if I can find it. This is crazy. He got 2 skeleton keys from 1 corpse. That's fucking insane. Just wanted to highlight that. Crazy RNG on for server muted. But I mean, aside from that, very OG guild member. Let's do /guild log server muted. And we have 5 pages. So he's been in the guild since November 2019. So one of the most OGs. The most OG members of the guild. I think solid S tier is fair for server muted. He's still active. Literally going on 7 years later. Crazy. Next up, someone. Someone is inactive right now. But definitely solid guild member. Can we invite Ode the King back to LIS? We can think about it if he plays the game. I don't know if Ode plays the game. Exactly. So, Unlikely, I'll say. You mind control Triplet to play the game for you? Someone's a solid member. I think... But inactive. Oh my goodness. Who just gifted all those subs? 5 subs? Thank you very much. Who got the subs? Qfold, Math Firm, Static, and Triplet got a sub? He doesn't even follow me! This is fucking crazy. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. And so, this will be... The Vang count is at 6 now. So 6 Vanguards. You did follow me? Wait. Oh, you followed me. Okay, my bad. You followed me in April 10th. All right, I've been talking shit for a week. I'm so sorry, Triplet. It says you did, yeah. Congrats to everyone who got subs. Kind of OP. What's your IGN? Person who just squarish lime 664. All right, and Rec Merrick, as promised, is getting demoted to Mega Rat. And in fact, let me screenshot this and send it. Germini contributed 1,500 channel points. We can maybe make this a guild rule of some sort. You know what? Let me reply to this and ping him. There we go. Mega Rat. If I say I won't rat you if I get a better tier work, I guess we'll never know. Okay. Yeah, I've gotten subs to people I've never watched before. It happened a couple times. Bro, come on. You're not improving your case. Can we demote Jeff? All right. For 5 subs, yes, we will demote him 1 tier. That's what your 5 subs are used on. Anyways, someone. Yes, I've been saying this. It can be bought. I feel like I was totally clear about that. I'm incredibly biased. I'm going to put someone in B tier. Solid B tier gamer. Inactive, but good dude. How much for you to... more money probably than you would want to spend. It would legit probably... to compromise the integrity, it would probably have to be several $100s. Yeah. For you and Go, Luke, it would be less. It would probably be like $50. If you donated $50 to... Here. If you want to donate money directly to influence, either of these will work. Rather than subs. Although you can gift subs too. And then random people will start getting subs. That would be funny. Sparky V. Again, listen, if people are going to take it that extreme, like if people are that attached to it, whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with getting fucking $50 or whatever. Let me see when Sparky joined. Because I really don't recognize the name. If he's new or what, but he's probably getting Who tier. Static? No, Static's going to get a decent tier. He joined end of 2025. Alright. Solid Who tier for Sparky. I'm sorry. Let me just make sure he doesn't talk in chat as well. Oh, he fucking does talk. He talks a lot. Alright, I am sorry, Sparky. I was not familiar with your activity. You're either in C or B tier. Let me just check your level. 488. I think for Sparky, that's fine. You know what? I'll put him in B tier since I accidentally slandered him. Hype chest. I've always wanted a hype chest. Chill girl emote. Wow, incredible. Choo choo. Alright, next up. Static 45. So, Static. Totally active guild member, part of the most recent group to join. Level 534. Honestly, dude, you're going into A tier next to Toodle. Really, really no complaints. Yeah, imagine not getting an emote. So wait, that's #1 Iron Man globally? I know he's Iron Man. I don't think... not really, to be honest. Like, a little bit, I guess. If you were globally, I'd put you a lot higher, but... you know... It's definitely impressive, but it's, like, not that impressive. I don't know. I just don't put that much stock into it. Grind harder, I guess. That's all I gotta say. Alright. T-Girl Sharky. So, relatively new member. I don't know that she's super active. I don't know if she joined through my stream or what. Number 111. That's clean, though. Let's see. Looks like semi-active. Not tremendously active. Alright, I'm gonna put into D tier. Just the activity's not there to support going super high rank. The cutest T-girl. Okay, so this is another new member. More active than the last person. So, but very new. Let's check Skyblock level. Level 450. So just barely meeting Rex. So solid, moderate. Yeah, I'm familiar that not with y'all. So I'm going to put her into C tier. Because she's a little more active than some of the other new members. But the level is just not... It's not standing out a ton. Sorry, Ava the Cutie 1. I assume that one's you. The God Blueberry. What the fuck? Okay, so seems like the God Blueberry, which is an insane name, is... They logged on literally today, but before that, the last time they logged on... They log on like once a week, it looks like. Static, you are a femboy, bro. Wait, what? Why does... Is that my... that's my sub emote? Dude, I need to get actual sub emotes. This is embarrassing. Wait. Did someone already redeem first, or can you redeem that? Y'all are throwing. Can I redeem this? Yeah, someone already did redeem first. The God Blueberry. So, semi-active. Let's check level. Level 423. I don't think I can... How is Icy the same tier as me? The fuck? I am not a femboy. See, this is... Sefu gets the same type of slander. It's like people call... Like, listen, if you call yourself that, whatever. But, like, calling another person that for no reason is crazy. Gators... Yeah, I mean... I'm going to post the full video, so I'm recording this. I'll post it to YouTube. And... From there, you can see the in-detail reason why you got placed in the tier you got placed in. The God Blueberry, though, is going to go into who tier. Because, honestly, let me just double-check. Okay, joined in May 2025 and has had almost no activity since. All right, bro. The hero Levi. Levi is a guild OG. Not tremendously active now. Listen, the rivalries are good. It forces you to be better. Icy, just be higher level than him and then call him a shitter. That's my advice. Anyways, Levi, another staff member, guild OG. I think he's a little inactive, but when he's active, he's awesome. But I'm gonna put him in B tier next to someone. Okay, Thomas, 6767, bruh. His name has been this for longer than 6'7" has been a thing too, I think. Let me just verify it. Maybe he changed it to this? No, his name has been this since fucking 2017. Thomas 6767. He's really about the 6'7" lifestyle. Holy shit. Visionary, I know. 484. He might be an Iron Man too. Well, in recognition of his visionary abilities, I'm gonna put him into B tier. He might be. He might be the 6'7" kid. And he's active. He just doesn't talk very often, but that's crazy. All right. Next up, me. It's me. I love to yell and scream and shout because I'm the GOAT. I'm going in GOAT tier at the top of GOAT tier. Obviously, I'm banning all of you. I will, and also hashtag Thyxes for GM. Get near to G transfer. I will institute. This will be a dictatorship. Things will change, but they will change for the better. Yes, I gotta run. That's true. We gotta, what is it? Change. That was Obama's slogan. Q-fold for GM. Bruh. What is this? You think I can't kick you right now? I'll do it. You keep talking shit, I'm guild kicking you. I'm the GOAT. Does anything more need to be said? I have done 5 of these plus some small variants on tier lists. These videos. I'm still here. I don't fucking cheat. I don't do any of that. I've never been wiped. All that. I'm the GOAT. That's all I gotta say. Next up, Trick G. Who? Maybe D tier. Let's see. When did he join? Let's check. Suddenly a lot more quiet. Max level when? It might be difficult, but I'm going to try and get it at some point. Thank you for the $5, Nova. Very kind of you. You're at the... For that, you can get moved up to the bottom of B. Sure. I know, Zuki. It's rough. It's there's still a while to go. Thank you, Lily, for boosting guild average. Very helpful. What do you mean what? I can be bought. This has been very clear, or at least I've tried to make it clear. Okay. Troll Fireman. I don't think Troll Fireman talks. So, but also I was just looking at Trick G. Joined June 2024. 'Cause, 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 Last online. Dude, Trick G is totally inactive. So I feel totally fine about the Who tier placement. Troll Fireman last online in fucking February. Crazy. I'm gonna put him in Who tier because I've never really been familiar. All right, Troll Master though, on the other hand, also does not talk, but Troll Master has been in the guild for a while. In fact, just logging in, logging off, you see Troll Master all the time. 3001, of course, can't forget. Yeah, he's been in the guild for fucking 5 years. So, shout out Troll Master. And I don't think he's G toggled totally. So I'll say solid B tier for Troll Master. U4 E49. Yeah, he was born 1,000 years from now. That U4 E49 guy is pretty cool, I think. Oh, wow. Is that so? Alright. U4 is... Holy shit. U4 is rank 6-7 in our guild. In Skyblock level. U4 is part of that new group. Relatively chill, relatively active. Level is a little bit lacking. But, you know, activity does count for some amount. I think I'm going to put into C tier. I think I feel alright about that. I could be convinced otherwise. We'll see. Alright. Ulf Brussel. Rest in peace to Dr. Ulf Brussel. So this is the bot. So I'm going to leave the bot off for now. But who provides the bot? Yeah, he lost his PhD. He lost his medical license for medical malpractice. Cannot see any of this on my phone. All right, let me try zooming in more. Hopefully this is a little better. All right. Yeah, we have lost a lot of bots. It's true. Yeah, so many bots. Is this Unlim's account? I think it's Unlimited's account. All right, Unlimited. You know, for all you do, GOAT tier. Host being the one who runs the bot is a huge deal. So I'm going to put Unlimited GOAT tier. And the bot will remain unranked. It's your account, though. Trap's hosting. Yeah, but he's the... I guess, yeah. So Trap is the guy who runs the bot. Let's put the bot in GOAT tier as well. Because without the guild bot, we'd all be homeless. It would be fucked up. I would not... Like, what is the point of a guild without a guild bot, to be honest? So you got to put the bot in GOAT tier. All right. Until when? Is this guy part of your crew? Let's see. No? Okay. Joined in December 2024. Did he used to have a different name or something? Nope. That is literally his only name ever. All right. For good measure, let me check. Oh, Wreck Merrick just saw the fact that he got demoted. I guess I'll have to wait for the video of him getting demoted to Mega Rat tier. All right. Until when? Let's see if they talk at all. Okay. They sent... All right. Yellow Honey says, yesterday, how did Until when survived the purge? Purge was okay, yeah. All right. Oh, I was actually just talking to him. Okay. Until when you will escape Who tier, but you'll be in D tier for lack of activity and relatively low level. Vikis. Or VKYS, which is crazy. That's crazy if that's what his name is. Level 428, so kind of throwing. Let's see. Yeah, he's online. He just doesn't talk that much. I think that's... He just has crazy high net worth for his level. All right, let's see. This better be at least 50 bill. This is... Alright, I'm going to assume you're not talking about the Iron Man. Alright, 32 bill. So it looks like he has an Iron Man and a normal profile. That's kind of cool. That's some zombie kill 666 shit. So Viki's pretty cool. I think C tier is reasonable for Veeks. Alright. Warrior ASJ. I don't think Warrior's been active. Warrior's a OG member. He's been here for quite some time. Let's see. Last login, yeah, hasn't been active recently at all. Icy is hella high still? Bro. I don't know what to tell you. This is my tier list. When you make yours, you can put him lower, okay? Sounds good. Warrior is chill. He's just not really playing much right now. So I'll throw him in B tier. Solid member. Wiped Sweat. I don't know if Wiped Sweat has been playing at all recently. Wiped Sweat is like a tier list V2 or 3. He is around when he joined. Alright, it looks like he's not really playing. Icy says, you should put me above Gators because he said my tier is high. Alright, are you both in B tier? Is that why you're complaining? Jeff? This is like overload. Gators, Icy. Okay. Gators, you're above Icy. Alright. We can run another poll. Let's see. Question. Who should be higher in B tier? Gators or Icy the Goat? And I'll set it for 5 minutes. We can let the people decide. Okay, but Gators doesn't talk. It's not just the level difference. Gators doesn't fucking talk in guild chat. So if I don't like see you being active in guild chat, it's a slight demotion. He would be higher otherwise. Again, it's not just off of level. Come on. You just got here. Alright, anyways. Continuing, we have Wiped Sweat. I'm going to put him in C tier. Not very active. Not much to say. He's a good member. Although, is he currently wiped? That would be funny. I think he has an account. 438, so he might get purged. We'll see. Guys, I have 19k channel points. You can pay me to rig the poll. That's crazy. Alright. That's fine. Jianbing, it's finally your turn! You've been waiting this whole stream. The last few people are like, holy shit. It's been a long time. Jianbing S+++++. plus plus plus. All right. So you're a Kata gamer, right? Jean's low level and only listen, it's fine to be good at one thing. I think wait, that's the wrong person. I'm thinking Jean Bing will go into C tier. Not super active in guild chat, but listen, being good at one thing counts. Wait, oops, where are you? You're only level 418, which is low, but levels are easy, and especially once you do Kata stuff, it's like kind of fine. So I'm going to put you into C tier, room to go higher. I'll put you above Buttman. Next up is Panda. He was above Honey. It's alphabetical. So XX Panda Op X. X. So Panda has been in the guild for a while. I'm not sure what his activity looks like. But he's pretty high level. Pretty high at level. Been in the guild for a while. Is like B tier in my mind. 534 I think he is. Just so you know, Xiang streaming in VC, he might be a little happy about C tier. I'm glad he's happy. I want my guild members to be very happy. And encouraged to play the game more and grind harder and be amazing. Do great things in their life, all that. But I think Panda in B tier is totally fine. I think he might be on a break or something right now. Let me check. No, it looks like he's playing. He's just not super active. I could be persuaded to move him up to the top of A tier, or sorry, the bottom of A tier, but I think yeah, I will actually. He's high level and he plays a bunch. If motivating counts. All right, bro. No, it not really. Like, it really, really takes a lot. Like, Qfold and Joyful are literal max skyblock level. And they're not in GOAT tier. And they've been in the guild for longer than Luke. Like, if we look, Luke is like mid-gen. So Luke joined in 2022. Joyful, he's going to have 41 fucking pages of logs. God damn it. Joyful joined in 2020. Qfold, I think, is a little joined around the same time as Luke, I want to say. 2021. Okay. So both of them have been in the guild longer than... Okay, so you can put Luke higher on your list. How's that sound? All right. Honey. Yellow Honey. All right. It looks like... here, I'll pull stream chat. You see? Icy won this. So Icy is going to be moved above Gators. Enjoy. Gators, you have no one to blame except yourself for instigating this. All right. So next up is Yellow Honey. Honey's an awesome guild member. Pulls up to my streams, which counts for something. Decent level. I think a solid A tier for Honey. Should have paid for the blaze rods. True. Frogger. Yes, Frogger. Yes, Frogger's goated. Listen, for a small donation, this can all be all fixed for you, Gator. Anyways, you have no rights now. I didn't say that. All right. Yes, Frog. Pretty inactive right now. I think he came back. He comes back periodically, like basically for updates. But he's a fun guy. to have in the guild. Definitely would not want him to leave. So I'll put him in B tier. I think that's solid. And just so you know, other than this, the tiers aren't ordered. That was just, like, I don't actually have any... I don't think there's any meaning in Icy being ahead of Gators in the tier list. Like, Pasta's ahead of both of you, and you haven't commented on that. Whatever. Zebrux. Zebrux is kind of goated, actually. He's been playing a lot, and he talks a lot. So, I think I'm going to put Zebrux... I think A tier is solid, but, like, top of A tier. He's sick. Okay, Z Fortune was like the first person who donated stuff to me on Twitch for the most part, and then they just joined the guild. And every time they pull up, they're like, "Hey, what's good? Have plus plus." So, and they also were I think they made a couple people MVP plus. We're fortunate to have Z Fortune in the guild. That's all I'm saying. A tier, level is high, but the you know, the play and activity is not the highest, which is fine. And A tier, I think, is a great placement. I'm just explaining why it's not higher. Next up. And Zuki, we're one away. It's almost your time. Next up is Zombie Kill 666. So Zombie has been in the guild and a while. I think maybe 2023 Zombie joined. And I always have to put respect on Zombie because he joined the guild at a really fucked time. And he left briefly and then returned. After realizing that Lost in Space is the best guild ever, basically. But he had a very valid reason for leaving, I will say. And I definitely am very glad to have Zombie here. He has an Iron Man and a normal profile, and he's active on both. He's pretty high skyblock level. I think S tier is solid for Zombie. Last but not least is Zuki. This is what you get for having a name that starts with ZU, I guess, in terms of placement. So, since you're going to be last and least, you want Zuki at the bottom of Megarat? Listen. Zuki is an active member. Let's check level, because that's going to be relevant. Level 500 flat. Can't hate on that. Skip him. He would fucking cry. I'm going to put Zuki in A tier. I think I would normally rank him in B tier, but he did just donate $5 to me. And as I've said, I'm very biased. He can get ranked in V6. So, I think these are my placements. We can zoom out. Contemplate, meditate. Of course, I'm on top. Thyxes on top. Hopefully next year I'll be able to do this again. I think I probably will, but you know, my personal activity might be a little lower in the next year. It might not be around the same time either. We'll see. But I'm the GOAT, Dawjaw's the GOAT, Unlimited's the GOAT, Triplet's the GOAT, and our bot / Trapdrap is the GOAT. You engagement farm to get C rank again? Yeah. I will try and live stream it again next year, and hopefully that'll be fun. But until then, bye-bye, and I'm going to stop the recording now.